Hello and welcome to another episode of The Elegant Life. My name is Erin Kurt and I am a spiritual teacher and spiritual life coach who assists women in living and manifesting an exquisite life for themselves. This topic today is one that I am so passionate about because it is the 5 steps to really truly feeling more like elegance in your life and in who you are as a woman. It is truly to show you 5 steps of how to experience more elegance in your life, to really experience it, to live it, to feel it. So, are you ready? Let's dive right in. The first one is cultivate love. I really want you to think about how you can spread more love to yourself and others. This is what cultivates love. You can cultivate love just by smiling at yourself in the mirror, or you can smile at someone on the street. Just smile. There are so many times when you see someone a bit frowny, a bit this or that, and you just smile. You don't have to say anything, just smile. And they smile. I love doing that one. That's for me because I just love smiling. You could write someone a note. You could send a text. You could write someone a handwritten note, maybe to your children. You could write it on a little heart and post it on their bathroom mirror or on their wardrobe. You can cultivate love by having a thought. Now, we all know that everything is energy, including our thought. You can have a thought of someone just quickly. Sometimes a client will come to my mind and I'll just stop what I'm doing and send them a blessing, send them a good wish, a good intention. I love what Deepak Chopra said once. He said that always be in a generous, giving energy. And even when you really don't have a lot of money to give to someone, if you go to someone's house, bring them a good thought, bring them a good wish them something, bless them with your thoughts. That will go a long way. Write someone an email and share with them how you feel. Tell someone how they've inspired you. It could even be an author. Write them. You know, there's so many times where with Facebook now, it's amazing. I read a book, reminded me a lot of my time when I was in France. It was almost like going through memory lane, but the story was different. But I just so loved the book. It was like pure joy for me to read. And I wanted her to know that. So I wrote her a message on Facebook. You can find your idols, your mentors, your teachers, and write them a direct message. And I'll tell you, it never gets old. I get messages every day, and I'm serious, I never get tired of hearing because, you know, I sit here across the camera and you have no idea what your work is doing. And when people tell you, oh, the fulfillment, the warmth, the motivation to keep going and doing it is indescribable. So definitely do that. What about giving yourself a bath? What about giving yourself a massage? Purchase that thing that you know you love, you know you keep thinking of it. Gift it to yourself. You know, make the bath extra special with some aromatherapy oils or Epsom salts. Spread love to yourself and others. That's how you cultivate more elegance in your life, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, cultivate elegant, or shall I say, nourishing relationships. Ask yourself, am I being a nourishing friend? When I'm just thinking of my friend, do I write them a note and just tell them? Do I call them to book a lunch or a coffee or a chat? Or do I always wait for them? Think about what are the qualities that you like and desire in a relationship, and ask yourself, you know, am I being that to my partner? I used to complain that my husband wasn't planning anything and that we would just stay home. I remember this was back in England. There was a time period when it just got really humdrum. And I remember something that Dr. Phil said. He said, if you're bored, you're boring. that stuck with me. And that little thing came out in my head just at the right time when I was thinking, oh, he's so boring. And then I was like, no, you're boring, Erin. And then I got on it and I took charge and I organized something fun for us. And I got the babysitter so we could go on a bike ride. Like, what qualities do you like in your partner? Are you being that? Are you doing it? Cultivate that. You know, even if you're someone who's trying to call in, attract that gorgeous partner that you're yearning for, really make a list of all the qualities that you want to have in a partner. For example, I just listed some here: fun, outgoing, not needy, passionate about travel, food, loves food, is spiritual in the same way that you are, keeps in touch, books get-togethers and surprise things, and then start being that in your life right now. Because remember, what you are, you attract. This cannot be stated enough. What you are is what energy you vibrate, and that is what you will attract. You will attract a partner who is on the same frequency as you in terms of those things. So you have to get conscious of what you want first, write it down, then you start acting like it, and that starts the attracting, okay? Even if you don't have the partner now, book get-togethers with friends, book travel plans, you know, be a not needy friend. These kind of things. Practice being what you want from the partner. What this does is really, when you get this partner, you're not expecting someone else to fulfill you, to make you whole, to complete you. It's just a cherry on the top. It's someone who you share experiences with, not someone who's filling you up and making you whole and making you happy. You come to any relationship, whether it be your children, whether it be your friends, whether it be your partners, whether it be your coworker, you show up being the woman you want to be and attracting those that are resonating that same way. This is so, so key. When we are what we desire comes to us. So nourishing relationships is a huge way to feel elegance and flow in your life. Number 3, create an elegant environment. Now, we can talk about environment in terms of many different things. Your environment, let's start off with your home. Make it a place like that it feels like a sanctuary. Make it beautiful. Do you love flowers? Do you love certain scents? I mean, I know that I love the scent of amber and musk and lavender and things like this. So the candles that I have burning have those smells in them. It's me. The flowers are me. I love orchids. I love roses. I've got them in my home. The colors that I have in my home are me. So create your home as a sanctuary and take care of it like that. You know, nourish your environment. What sounds are you hearing in your environment? Is it beautiful classical music? Is it beautiful high vibe spiritual music? Is it beautiful jazz music? Is it French music? Is it bossa nova from Brazil music? What kind of sounds are you hearing in your environment? Is it the TV talking about all the bad news? Is it the radio blasting music that is not really you and talking about all the gossip of the entertainment world or whatever? What is it that you are hearing? No, also, is it tidy? Is it decluttered? That really represents your internal state. If you have a house that is overflowing with clutter, your internal state is most likely cluttered, totally scattered. And what do you do? What do you do if you want the internal peace and the internal elegance and the internal flow? You can work from the inner and get the outer to look that way, or you can start from the outer and it will affect the internal. So whichever way feels most comfortable to you. But I'd say if you have a resistance to decluttering your home. You can do many different things, but you got to make a commitment. You can chunk it down to room by room, or drawer to drawer, or area to area, and make a commitment that this week I'm tackling this, and next weekend I'm tackling this. And it doesn't have to happen in one weekend. It can happen over a period of 2 months, where you just set the goal, you make the commitment, you create a good experience. Maybe you're going to put on some great music, maybe you're going to get a great friend to come over, whatever is going to make you have an enjoyable experience of that, and get the outside environment decluttered. Because I promise you, when your space is clear, your internal space gets clear. Everything affects everything. And there's a great saying that how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you have a messy house, then your internal state is messy. Your relationships are probably messy. Your relationship with money and your expenses and your finances are probably messy. You got to start somewhere to creating the change so that all the other things are just affected via the ripple effect. Makes sense, doesn't it? That creates elegant flow. So work on cultivating an elegant environment. And now, number 4, the way you can create more flow and elegance in your life, to fully experience it, is to really cultivate a signature style. And yes, I'm talking about clothes. Who do you always admire in magazines? Is there someone who you admire? I know for me, I admire Amal Clooney. Her style is so me. It is elegant, it is chic. At the same time, she always does something a little bit different. So I love making something a little bit different. I just adore it. So come up with 3 words that really describes the type of woman that you normally admire. And then when you are going through your closet, does this shirt could I use those 3 words to define this shirt? For me, it would be elegant, chic, and unique. Is that elegant? Is that chic? Is that unique? No? Whoosh. Toss or donate, depending on where it is in terms of quality. A pair of trousers. Does it make you feel? For me, these are my words: chic, elegant, unique. No, I don't feel elegant or chic or unique in these trousers. And so, excuse me, you want to really go through, and then when you start shopping, you're only going to buy those things that make you feel that way. I admire women who wear boho chic. I think it is so cool. I never looked good in anything that I bought that was more bohemian chic. So I want you to have a closet full of clothes that in the morning you go and there are maybe fewer options, but everything is total definition of you. It makes getting dressed in the morning so simple, so simple. It's no more having this closet full of stuff and you're like, oh, what am I gonna wear? And then you end up just pulling out the same one thing because that one fits or that one, it's not a pleasurable experience. So definitely do this. On to the very last one. In order to create more elegance and more flow in your life, you need to nourish your body. Oh, the energy and the flow when you choose foods that are of a high vibration is something indescribable. You will feel different instantly. Like some of the decluttering steps that I said, those can take a process. This, no, you feel it instantly. You are no longer crumpled over in digestive pain or bloat because you feel good. You feel elegant, right? It is the foods you choose to nourish your body with. I love food. I'm someone who lays in bed. Actually, last night I was on the sofa totally going through online websites, food websites. I will have cookbooks and I will read them in bed. I am a foodie. Like, I love food, but I am choosing foods that just now my body resonates with. It just does not want anything really low vibe. The odd time it does, and then I'm like, I'll give that to you. But seriously, you will walk differently, you will feel differently, you will look differently, you will do things differently, you will be different just because you're choosing high vibe foods. What are high vibe foods? Normally, things that still have life in them, okay? So anything that you, that has the enzyme is still active in it. So we're talking fruits, we're talking vegetables, we're talking greens are very high vibe. We're talking healthy fats like avocados and things like that. All of those things are really high vibe. How does this work? When you are high vibe, you are living in resonance with divine energy. It's resonating with divine energy. If you're vibrating at that frequency and you're feeling in alignment with the divine, you will naturally be in a space of abundance. That vibration, that frequency of abundance, of happiness, of beauty, of pleasure. And when you resonate that, that's when the flow starts happening in your life. Everything is connected, folks. This is why I chose these 5 steps to go through. Everything is interconnected. You can't just do one and be eating McDonald's every day. It doesn't work. So choose to prioritize these 5 things, and I'm telling you, you will feel more elegance and flow in your life than you ever have before, and it will just get better and better and better and easier and easier and easier, because once you resonate at that, that's your new normal. That's your new set point. So you're not going to go back to your old habits because it doesn't feel right. It's like for me, I said with the food, I just naturally, when I started to do other things, my body one day said, I do not want chicken. Like I could literally vomit. How did that happen? Out of the blue. So I don't eat it for me. Maybe for you it's fine. For me, my body does not want it. There's certain things it doesn't want. It doesn't want harsh exercise. Nope. It doesn't want exhaustion. So what does it choose? It chooses different things that are on a high level, just naturally. My environment doesn't like a lot of clutter. Perfect. It feels great. It feels calm. It feels peace. And everybody that comes in my home says how calm and peaceful it feels. So everything is connected. Make your choices. Focus on these 5 areas and let me know. Let me know the changes. That stuff like pumps me up and thrills me to hear. So please write to me and let me know the changes that you feel just from doing this. Make it an elegant week. Mwah! And we will see you next time.